I'm just going to be loading up the Tier 2 one, which is Medyas versus QuaD.
Okay, gotcha. What I was going to say about that is I like that we saw pretty much a pure macro game, and then we saw a more early to mid game aggression in the second one.
Yeah, good
Like a
range
nice
of play from Jill
variety.
as well.
So this should be a TVZ?
Yes. Magus is actually our teammate, Team Beast on Season 2. He's a fellow champ. Me and Avin, we're both champions.
Oh, yeah. Rub it in our face, I know.
And, yeah, so Magus is a Terran player. He's been grinding out, been improving a ton. Had some really good PvTs with him, but this is a TVZ, and we'll see how he does. I know Magus is a good player. I think this is a pretty solid Tier 2 contest.
All right. I'm excited.
And so obviously all of these series are going to be starting off on Circuit Breaker, right?
Right, that's the first map, and then it's loser pick.
Well, they're spawning cross positions too. Sorry, do you want to introduce them?
Yep, in the bottom corner of Circuit Breakers, we got the purple Terran, Medyas. Okay, it's Medyas. It's a one-syllable thing. I keep getting that wrong. And at the top here, the white Zerg. It is Red. It's QuaD from Red as the white Zerg.
Right, so they spawn in cross positions already, which is already can be interesting. I wouldn't expect the Zerg to try and do like a 9 pull on this map, but if he does, that's going to be quite unfortunate for him. Lagging a bit here, hold on.
Yeah, we are doing US to Australian connection, so hopefully it shouldn't be too laggy.
Why is it still at turn rate 12? Anyway, I got some obsessed over that. It should just get better with time.
Okay. So yeah, we should see, if we're going to see standard, TVZ, ZVT builds, then we should see, well, I'm not going to say we should see it, but we will see a hatchery first out of our Zerg.
Yeah. I mean, on this map, like, that's what you'd expect, right? It seems like the best option.
And then maybe, what we'll really have to see is what our Terran goes for, whether it's a, a quick expansion off one barracks, or, and then eventually if they go 1-1-1, or, heavy barracks play.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say he's not going to go 1-1-1 this first game. Partially because of that depot placement, that's kind of better, because you can set up a link-proof wall of a barracks and 2 depots here. But I don't think he's going to do that.
Okay.
And yeah, he's not taking his gas right now, so I'm going to commit to it now and say he's not going for 1-1-1.
Well, Neblime, you also saw that peek head and replay, so we're just using that as...
Oh, was that this replay? You should tell me that. No,
okay. I was like wondering if you're like going to predict some super far out thing and then... Oh, wait, I was right.
Yeah, at 7 minutes and 30 seconds, 2 Marines will die.
Wow.
I'm going to go ahead and predict that our Terran player gets a second.
The second what?
I'm going out on a limb here. I'm going to say he gets a second base. He takes his natural.
I don't know, man.
It could happen. Well, Zerg did go for that hatch first as well.
Faust in Java in the chat asking, Sonics first kicks yet? Yes, we will do that. This is tier 2. We're moving up. I was just going to go all over the place, and then Neblime and Avin were like, we should go in some sort of order, not just chaotic. So we're going to go tier 1 next, guys. Just hold on. It's coming.
Yeah, we got our series.
I feel like that was a tight match this week.
We do it. Is this going to be 2 hatch play? Based off the, well, no, we could just see it.
He could get his third hatch now. In fact, that's what he's about to do, I think.
Yeah,
He's waiting
he's
for
about to
minerals.
take it.
Oh, is he going to do it? There he goes.
Yep,
okay.
There we go.
Still not mining any gas. That's a bit of a problem with him. Remains to be seen if Terran's going to go for the heavy bio play with the eBay first. It's definitely the most popular thing right now.
Yeah,
you've got to decide soon. There it is. There's the gas. So yeah, I'm gonna guess he's gonna go for the 5 racks plus 1 or some variant of it with that gas timing.
I've been watching Magus in some practice TVZ games. He's been grinding out the +1 5 racks. So, and that's it's a good build at this level. 1-1-1 requires a lot more micro, and it's a bit of a higher level.
Very
game.
fragile.
Yeah,
It's a very
exactly.
fragile build.
One thing I like from
And,
Medyas
like-
here is the supply depot at that ramp. That's nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
very good. Blocking any lings that might be annoying, and there are some lings out on the map to be careful of. And keeping that SCV alive as long as it has as well lets you know that Zerg's not going for anything crazy, because you can see if
Yeah.
they're just making a lot of Zerglings.
SCV gonna slip in and see everything. That is really nice.
He's about to die though, unfortunately.
Yeah, one more hit and it should go down.
QuaD being safe. Oh, the lings do come in here, but that was a big mistake, losing a few of those.
Yeah.
QuaD being safe and getting that one creep colony, even without seeing Terran push out or anything, which is a good move. You always want to just make sure you don't get caught off guard. And by
He started to
storms and
morph
kills
it
everything.
and canceled.
Oh, it's interesting.
Yeah, well, obviously, I don't think his scout had told him if there was a tech-heavy play coming out. So, he could have had that there just in case. Well, he's morphing it now, so. Just seeing that marine count.
I'm
It's a
assuming
nice
QuaD's
save.
going to go for Spire here because Hydrogen didn't go down earlier, but he hasn't put it down quite yet. There it goes. So there's going to be a Mutilist play.
Bunker coming down.
Yeah, and Mage is going for the +1 attack. Sometimes if you know your player is a lurker-heavy player, some players will go +1 armor first because it gives you that extra HP, gives you 3 lurker hits instead of 2. So, but you know, +1 attack is more common, especially because if you don't know, and you're probably going to be getting Medyas. You know, occasionally we see +1 armor. I'm a big fan of it. Gives you that extra sunken hit as well, if you want to be aggressive with the Marines. But you know, if you're uncertain or expecting Medyas, attack is better.
Alright, we'll see if he does add on the full 5, because like I said, there are variations you can go for. Another thing that's quite popular is go 4 barracks and invest more into tanks and do a big push. I wonder... Okay, there's that drone. I was about to say, is QuaD sent out a drone yet? Looks like he's going to do the most standard thing of trying to set up the... Oh yeah,
The Thrax
fifth
goes
Thrax, nice. There you go. So it looks like QuaD's doing the most standard thing of trying to set up his third with these mutas out. Oh, peeking out.
Little
gonna pick up
push
these
out.
things.
So this is going to be a 5 racks, no factory yet.
Scan on the layer.
Yeah, so it's going to be tough for Zerg to actually get this third because his Hydrogen hasn't started yet even. So lurkers are a long, long way off. So I feel like he needs to have one really good engagement and sort of pick off a big amount of bio to be able to secure the third safely. I mean, it's also possible Terran just doesn't find it because there's a few different places you could go on this map.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially cross positions, it means that you don't have that really far away other spot from the Terran. So that kind of works for and against you. As the Zerg, they're able to push to you faster, but also they don't know which one is necessarily better or which one you want.
Yeah.
I would say the top one is better because you can cut through the 12.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, you got 2 paths to reinforce.
Yeah, it doesn't. They can't just choke you off with a bio like they could if they take out the bottom left. But obviously, he prefers the bottom left spot.
Mutas are out, but the Natural's looking fantastically defended. The main, not so much. You could probably get something done if you flew in there, but it looks like he's going to go into these Marines. Alright, he has to retreat here. Well, he's going to try his luck.
Gets a few
Hey, didn't I say at 7:30 two Marines would die, but he only got 1, so the prophecy was not fulfilled.
Oh.
I was so close.
Failed. One
So
thing
close.
to point out here is Magus missed a scan on that bottom corner there.
Oh, did he? Oh.
Yeah, it was too far up, so yeah, he's gonna have to scan again there.
Okay,
Well,
we
he
have the
probably-
lurker aspect just starting for QuaD.
Yeah. These mutas took a lot of damage from these turrets. I didn't think flying in here was such a good idea. In fact, he's going to lose one there, and probably
Ooh,
another
we've got
one.
4
right
really
here.
bruised.
Well, he's kept them alive so far. No, there goes another one now.
Now this
Well,
is
he's
pretty
found
good.
a spot. Yeah, he found the spot.
But he
he's
does
having a
need to
hard
get
time
these
getting
out.
there.
Yeah, now
Well, the
cornered,
reinforcements
though.
flying in. Oh, the reinforcements dying in. Oh no.
A lot of
All these
SCVs
mutas are
going
gonna
down
go
though.
It's not worth it though. Once all these mutants are lost, Terran just has impunity to move around the map, and I think that's what he's going to do. Only 4 left, and that's really no threat at all to 5 racks levels of bio. So
Yeah.
I think QuaD's really on the ropes now. Terran just pulls the trigger right now, storms across the map, even attacking the natural even is possible.
Yeah. Now I think attacking the natural wouldn't necessarily be the best idea. We do
Oh, he
have
does scan that
almost
base
4.
now.
Yeah, he's
But see-
just scanned it. Hydras are coming down. We're gonna have to see if the Hydras can reach down there before the bio can. The bio had been pulled all the way back into the main, so actually it's a pretty lengthy walk.
Ooh, Medyas actually losing a couple medics here. They're out, just being a bit careless with them.
He
Oh.
would remake a few middles, so this is a more threatening group, but still not having the engagement he needs to have. Ooh.
But he is buying time for these 3 lurkers, or 3 Hydras to get to that ramp.
That's true. Oh, and Aspect is finished, so it looks like he's going to make it on time, no problem.
Yeah, we should see him morph 2 in the back and 1 on the ramp.
I don't think he's paying attention right now, but he's going to need to soon, because his bio's coming hard.
Yeah, okay.
Here he goes, here he goes.
Okay, I think he's gonna morph 2 on the ramp actually, 1 behind.
No, he's setting up, he's just getting them in the exact spot they need.
Medyas is actually
Well, I
stalling
don't
here.
know.
He needs to move somewhere.
Oh, he's supply block, so we can't morph them. That's really
Oh, he's
horrible
lost
for
the
Zerg.
Overlord.
These lings are not going to slow Terran down for another 2 seconds, so...
We have an
he's
additional
back to normal
hatchery.
supply.
Okay, oh, we're still not having it. Medyas is...
Oh, yeah, there's seconds left. It looks like these Hydras will go down, actually.
Oh, we're gonna...
No,
He can morph.
Oh,
Oh, but
but
they
it's
can
not
run
enough.
through.
Yeah, these lurkers are not going to do the job. This bird's going down, and the extra hatchery there as well. Oh, you should have cancelled that probably at the last second. That's a huge deal. Zerg really in a terrible position now that this is going to go down.
Yeah, because he can just surround these lurkers from the high ground, even, and take them out. As long as Medyas doesn't... Actually, he maybe even just be able to... No, they'll finish.
They will. Yeah, there's one, then the other.
Oh, but he needs to get him down.
Even if he does, there's nothing you can do. One
Yeah.
scan, and then
Yeah.
that's it.
Man,
So I'm going to go out on a limb and say...
He's gonna have to... His only chance now is to do a counterattack on the natural. But even then...
do it with, though.
Yeah, he's sending pure... Oh, he's trying to take the top right.
Okay, so he's just going to try and recover here instead of, doing the reverse counterattack.
Okay, so he's just gonna really have to... He should be... Okay, he's up to Hive.
Yeah, I mean, with Dark Swarm, anything can happen, right? But you have to get
Yeah.
enough gas to get a decent amount of Lurker Defiler out with only 2 bases.
Ooh, you might lose. Oh, okay.
Oh,
And he does scan.
Wait. Okay. Wow, that was so close. If you had another worker's fight,
Yeah.
that would have been brutal.
Could have been really bad.
okay. He really needs to morph these on the ramp.
Yeah, this is very risky, but Terran doesn't know this is here yet, and he might not even think the Zerg would go for it.
Terran
Yeah.
might be
Did he
able
scan
to
it
bust
just then?
that.
No, he didn't.
Terran might be able to bust the net. Oh, where are these Hydras
Well,
going?
with those 2 Lurkers there, I think it's a bit iffy.
Yeah,
If he
yeah.
had a Science Vessel out, even just like 1 D-Matrix, he could probably pull it off, but he doesn't, so I don't think it's going to be doable.
These 3 Hydras going to the bottom left could throw him off.
They just snuck right past all that bio. Did he see them?
I don't know if he saw them, but if he did see them, they could throw him off, make him think that QuaD is still trying to take the bottom left.
Yeah. Well, now I'm wondering what is he actually doing with them? Is he going to?
Well,
try and secure the bottom left now?
I think he is going to try to secure it in advance of trying to take it.
Hmm.
Okay.
But yeah,
Well,
we're gonna have to
Zerg-
see Defiler really.
Yeah, Zerg knows he's a bit behind, but I guess if he tries to take it to a really long game, takes both the corners and just defends for a long time, he can come back. Maybe that's his
Yeah.
play here. And look, there goes the drone, but that drone is not going to make it. Oh, nice. He actually turns that around.
Yeah, pulled that back.
That's actually amazing reaction speed. I'm so impressed right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
actually,
we're
if
into
there's
his struggle
5
too.
lurkers, 4 morphed Sunkens, I think this should be held.
Yeah, absolutely. No way Terran could break that. Not without siege tanks, anyway.
Okay, we do have Bio heading up to the upper right. Did he just scan it? But there's 3 lurkers on the ramp, so.
Yeah, if he's not careful, he could just lose that whole group. A dropship being made, actually.
Okay, he scanned it.
Okay, so he knows they're there. He's not going to suicide, but there's no way for him to get up there until this dropship flies up, which he's going to do.
Okay, we do have a
Unfortunately-
Nidus in the top right too, so that is nice.
The Defilers
Ah.
must be out by now, no? Oh, I think that, yeah, there's one. If you can get it through that Nidus, it almost has enough energy. I assume Consume isn't quite finished.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he really has to worry about the top right being taken out. Although there
But
is a
see, the
dropship.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's gonna ferry up here. But
Okay,
with these lings here, actually, one dropship's worth of bio isn't that hard to take out with that lurker ling.
Okay, are these cracklings? They could be.
Yeah, they probably are because it's had high for a while. Oh, smartly dropping behind those minerals there.
Dropping a
No
great angle
crack
there.
upgrade. There is no adrenal glands, so they are not the most effective Zerglings. Oh, nice.
Ooh, takes out the lurker.
Beautiful scan. So he's basically in trouble, but he does have the Nidus still.
Just denying the gas mining is enough.
Yeah, for sure. This will get cleaned up by those Nidus reinforcements.
There's another lurker too.
Yeah. Terran has made a second dropship and he's flying towards the main with it. Did he pick off one of those Scourge? I think he did. That's pretty good Toka's firing, but all the bio is cleaned up and the base still stands. Yes, he delayed it, but it's still up, and that's a problem.
Yeah, and we do have the vessel. We do have a tank
just the
out.
one, though. One vessel, one tank. Not too hard for the Zerg to deal with. He's going to try and ferry up here as well, though. I don't think there's any Scourge around this position, so...
3 factories out.
Could
he be going for a heavier vulture play?
Yeah,
later?
he has started those vultures and speed's coming up.
Okay.
He's not really saturated in his third base, and you really need a good economy if you want to do the next switch. In fact, he's lifted his barracks, but I really want to see more expansions as well if he's trying to do that. Oh, that dropship going down, so you can't ferry any more units in here. These 4 Marines can still pose a threat, but there's plenty of units around. QuaD just has to move them around and deal with this.
Oh yeah, he's going for a full-on mech switch here, but only off of 3 factories. It seems a little...
Well, presumably he's going to throw down more factories soon. But I think the main issue is that he just doesn't have much economy behind it, because his third is not saturated at all. Still no adrenal glands for QuaD, which makes his lings a lot less effective. I mean, under Dark Swarm, they can clean that up fine.
Big drop in the top right. We're going to have to see... Obviously, if the Defiler gets a swarm down on these lurkers...
Yeah,
it'll be...
I think it shouldn't be a problem unless Medyas micros his heart out there. I don't think these Marines are going to be able to do much. They could run in quickly and snipe the Nidus, though, and that can definitely be a problem. But now the tanks are pummeling their way through the natural. Zerg doesn't have that much of an answer for this right
Vessel goes down.
It's so huge.
I guess that's Zerg's answer.
Oh, the Nidus is going to go down.
Swarm doesn't protect buildings, buddy.
Yeah.
Ooh, but if they run into the lurkers...
wow.
No.
That's bad.
Double angle lurkers. Oh, all those Marines going down for sure.
I feel like this mech switch from Medyas was pretty premature. He's banking so much
yeah,
right here.
absolutely.
So
yeah, because he doesn't have the production facilities, and his like you said, you generally want a third, and then you start putting CCs down across the map when you go for the mech switch, because they're contained by your bio.
Vulture's actually sneaking into the bottom left.
However, there's so many Zerglings going down, just running into bio here.
Yeah, oh, and that Defiler. Yeah. Yeah, Terran, I think, can push in here quite easily now. Not really much option for Zerg without a Defiler out. Well, if he frizzles his bio away, he won't be able to pull it off.
The one thing for Medyas that I'm not liking here, it feels like his vessel production has been not great.
Yeah, he only made like 2 in total, I think. Oh, he's got 2 back at the base now, I suppose.
They're
so
pretty
4 in
late,
total,
though.
but still.
Yeah, but you also want it with the army, and you want to continue building the count.
Yeah, just irradiating constantly.
Yeah, and with this big bank, I would think that he could have much more than 4 factories at this moment in time.
Yeah.
He finally does have saturation at the third base, though. But he could be dropping a base at the, dropping a base at the mineral only.
Well, with the map control he has, he could be just taking 2 or 3 more bases anyway.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I mean. He could be dropping a base.
Zerg's trying to break out, just with lurkers. Nothing else to back them up.
Yeah, he needs Dark Swarm could push that back, but
one Dark Swarm and he would have been able to push back, no problem. You're right. But just lurkers will just get gunned down. So big loss for the Zerg there.
Yeah. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is, when you're mech switching but containing him with the bio, you can take the mineral only, the 12. He can take the additional main if he wants to.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a good thing to do with mech switch.
Yeah, throughout this though, Medyas being really patient. I liking this from him. Not really taking any engagements he doesn't need to.
At this exact moment, I'd say he's being too patient because he could storm in and get this natural no problem. But yeah, it has paid off. Just sitting there with those tanks, gradually shelling away, not trying to be crazy.
Yeah, only one sunken right now.
Yeah.
He should be like going for something like I'd like to see like an eraser.
Oh yeah. Well, Zerg does have a couple of Scourge lying around there. Zerg's not that gas starved because he has the third base. He has enough gas. Oh, you know what? There goes another vessel actually. So you can forget that eraser. He has a decent amount of gas, so dealing with vessels isn't so hard for him. It's just he can't engage this without swarm, and he seems determined not to make another defiler.
Okay, now Medyas is pushing in with the bio into the natural. I think this will be it. He's still banking a ton, but his production's been decent. He's moving down with his lurkers. It's probably the last draw for QuaD.
Ooh, he needs to move those vessels forward.
Oh, that
He actually doesn't see those.
Shredded. Yeah, the tank could probably hit it from there for that detection. Wow. Somehow, this base is still up. Okay, there's the detection, and that's the radiate too. So eventually these tanks...
These actually never got... These never became cracklings, did they?
No, they still haven't, unfortunately. He has good upgrades, but without crack, they're just nowhere near as good.
Well, that's the first time I think anyone will ever say that.
Oh, the science vessels coming in as well. They're getting picked off continually. I mean, Zerg is really on the ropes here, but he's whittling away at key units somehow.
Because there just isn't much anti-air with all these barracks floating out on the map. We're just seeing pure, tank vulture coming out.
And Zerg is technically securing a fourth. I mean, there's a vulture shooting at it, but it's building. Hey, gets another vessel. He's being really good about that. And there is finally a lurker, a defiler rather. He could do this with a dark swarm. There's only what 2-3 tanks. That's not enough to stop these lurkers from pushing up. If he gets another swarm like right in front of that army.
He's protected as one lurker at the bottom of the ramp.
But the drones are getting shelled, and there's no gas mining there anymore. Oh, especially not with that gone. Yeah. The hatchery gets destroyed as well. I mean,
Vulture's just wailing away at that hatchery.
Yeah, he actually put a dark swarm down on the hatchery, but it obviously doesn't protect buildings.
There we go. He's actually going to pick off the vultures. I was going to say he could defend this with those 2 lurkers up the ramp, but yeah. Well, he loses the natural and takes that fourth. I guess the game continues. Oh, that lurker unfortunately dying, and that swarm not in the location he needed it. Oh, so many Scourge.
Yeah, that was so many Scourge, but as you said, it's not like he... Well, now he's only down to 2 gas, so he does need the gas now. Yeah,
he really needed that dark swarm a lot closer to the Terran army, so you can actually get the lurkers in range, and the lings as well, for that matter. But hey, these lurkers will do something. They'll pick off a tank. And if he can drone up this fourth, or I guess now it's his third, because his natural's down, he's just buying time. It's not too bad for him. Oh, the swarm's gone, though, and I think that's going to be a big problem. Oh, look at all these Zerglings streaming out, though. Wow, there's a few undefended bases around the map. They could do a lot. Oh, vultures will accept them, though.
A lot of vultures.
There's still no crack on those. So they are very sad Zerglings.
I mean,
shame.
I feel like QuaD is just dragging this out unnecessarily here, but
yeah, I suppose you're right.
But I don't think it's in a position where he needs to. As long as he is still having mining bases and has all his tech, I don't think it's that bad of him to stick it out.
Yeah, let me put it this way: it's a winning position for Terran for sure, but it's not like Zerg has zero hope at this point.
All it takes is.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
All it takes is some of these. First off, I think he needs to get the crack upgrade, adrenal. But all it takes is if he takes this group of vultures and tanks out, he can stream down and start attacking bases or drops. If he starts dropping on these bases that are relatively undefended, he could really take out the mining or production facilities. There aren't that many production facilities. If he were to somehow get a defiler into that Terran base, there's a lot that you could do there.
He is taking out these tanks. I mean, a very nice defense metrics will keep it going for now, but he's chipping away. And the thing is, Terran doesn't really have the tank count to sort of negate swarms, so at any time, with good swarms, Zerg can still crush these armies on the map.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason, though, we're really talking about...
See, that's the location I needed, right? That's where he needed the swarm. Unfortunately, only one lurker makes it under, but hey, eventually he can push that back from that little area. His Ling's not quite under swarm, but if all the fire is focused on the lurker, they can get a lot done, actually. This is what I mean. Even when all is lost, Dark Swarm can do so much. Like, that's a significant chunk of that army dying, but Terran's
Yeah,
still
the
pushing
rest
into
of the
this
bio
fight.
is now gone. There's actually no anti-air here. If you
Oh,
were to
just
go
make a
into...
Mutalist. Oh, yes,
Yeah.
turrets. Yes, turrets.
Yeah, but if you were to make a group of now he doesn't have the money to make a group of Mutalisks. But if he were to, there's no anti-air here.
The top right looks like it is going to get pushed in, though, and I would definitely say when that died, Zerg should leave, but...
Wow,
we'll
actually,
see. It's still possible for him to defend it.
Actually, he's cleared his own original match.
This is what I was saying. This is what I was saying. At any time, a Dark Swarm can make stuff happen.
Well, yeah.
And Ling's streaming out at the top right as well. He might actually take all those tanks out.
Okay, Medyas is... It's like...
Wow, that mine actually got shut
His
down.
production has been really bad this game, and this is why.
Yeah, and even with the armies he had, he actually could have pushed in and killed the Zerg a lot of times before those defilers were ready.
Oh, the drones, though, they're getting massacred by the vultures.
Oh, he's still trying to go to this bottom left, I think. He still has 2 lurkers in the standoff with this tank for like 10 plus minutes. And
yeah, he really should have just nidus those over to the top right base.
And finally used that natural that he has. Yeah, that would have been much better. His nidus is actually dead, though. I don't think he wants to make another one. And he's completely out of money at this point. This base isn't going to last forever.
Yeah, I mean, even those Zerglings with crack are pretty good. Vultures with
But
speed
they don't
upgrade,
have crack.
Yeah, I mean, speed vultures negate crack things pretty much at this point, so...
Yeah, and all the mines as well are quite good against them.
Oh my gosh,
he does have crack now. He has it. He finally has it. He takes out those tanks with it.
He just got 2 Scourge to attack 2 dropships, and each one hit a single dropship.
Oh, I see what you mean. Damn, that's unlucky. Yeah, those mines cleaning up those Zerglings. And there's no bank left for QuaD. He can't lean on that anymore. He needs to drone up this natural, and he's starting to do it. But I don't see how he can hold on to it for long enough to kind of get back in before Terran can just crush him.
Yeah, I think he just needs to... He needs to make Medyas pull back here. He can't be
doing that with his Ling harass.
Yeah. He needs to force him to pull back by attacking bases, but there just isn't enough Zerglings coming out here.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big takeaway from Medyas this game is really when you're going to tech switch, you got to make sure that you're doing it at the right time. You have enough facts up because pretty much since he switched, he's been having a 4k minerals and 3k gas bank pretty much the entire time, and that's something he's going to have to work on if he's going to move up from the tier 2 range to the higher tier 2, tier 1 players.
And also, when Zerg doesn't have any defilers up, you should look at what he's got and figure out if you can bust, because a lot of the time this game, he's been able to sort of just move in and crush the Zerg, but he's still been sitting back very defensively.
We've actually had this tank in the bottom left really just shelling stuff for like 10 minutes.
It's got 6 kills. Oh, but a drone makes it! That could be critical, actually. If he gets that hatch up, that could actually be really important. Again, it all relies on him keeping this other natural up for long enough, and Met just seems content to just sit there and let him have it, so it could happen.
Yeah, we have 2 4 health drones that now are up here as well.
Wow. And the hatchery starts.
We do have a he now has a decent science vessel count, and he's pushing him with pure tank here in the top right.
Yeah, like, all this lurkers, and in fact a full energy defiler in the main could come down, and 2 swarms would clean this up, no problem. I mean, with Lings, he's still picking away as well, though.
Yeah, because they're all sieged. He really could just push in with unsieged tanks.
Oh, the Mutalisks! Like you were saying, there's no anti-air. He could irradiate both of them, and it looks like that's what he'll do.
There's 2 Goliaths there on the plateau.
Man, I'd really like to see a little more defiler usage, but obviously he's very low on gas.
Yeah, I mean, he has 2 defilers out, he has 1 in his base. This one's actually going to get picked off. Yeah, he loses the one in his natural.
Science vessel's getting picked off.
Ooh, I didn't see that. Nice.
2 of them get picked off there.
I really wish he'd bring these lurkers down from the top right, but no, his main's getting pushed in now, and I don't think he can actually resist this force. No, he has a full energy defiler, but he's just not using it.
Oh, I'm not sure why he retook his natural with no minerals.
Yeah, me either. Like, 1,000 gas isn't really going to be worth it, because it's going to deplete soon enough, and this location's so hard to hold as well right now. Yeah, he has 2 lurkers up there and a full energy defiler, so he could still definitely push this back. He just needs to actually use the swarms. But the top right natural is getting taken out, actually, and that's sort of been his lifeline.
Yeah, and we have a dropship coming down with 4 vultures into the bottom left.
Oh, that's all it needed. I think that must be the end for Zerg, because what else can he do now?
Yeah.
There's that swarm in his main. He cast the swarm now that there's no units left under them. Oh, he does have a lurker. How many tanks are there? They're enough to kill it? It doesn't look like it, so it's going to get down.
Yeah, I think Zerg just needs to resign right now. This game was just basically a really kind of sloppy mech switch from Medyas, but he defended the Medyas so well. I think he started to get a rhythm with dropping that he was doing really well. I think he could have stayed on that and won the game that way. And
I think he could have just gotten SK.
The last 15 minutes of this game have been kind of the result of this mech switch not being really inefficient and sloppy, but
yeah, I think it's sort of. Oh,
you
can go ahead.
Okay, like I was saying though, a lot of the time in this game, he's actually had the forces he needed. He just didn't push in. Okay, there's the GG. He just didn't push into Zerg after Zerg had, like, you know, tried to bust him and lost everything. So he could have done it with the mech he had, but I definitely agree that it wasn't necessarily the best move at that time as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think that's sort of just, we see the Zerg sort of get crippled earlier on, but then we see him try to resist it. But the Terran was in such a good position that you know.
Losing all those mutas and then that critical supply block is what screwed him up, because then his third just goes down.
Mm-hmm.
So, game number 2, which was chosen by QuaD, is going to be Roadkill. What are your guys' thoughts on TVZ Roadkill?
Well,
I think it's an interesting. I think it's interesting. Which main do you take? Like, what do you take as the third?
Well, yeah, the corner bases give you like an alternative in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
That's one good factor for Zerg. Only thing is, it's sort of quite a wide drop angle on your main, and the corner bases, to a fair extent, like obviously they're in the corner, so they have their back to the wall, but still, they're not that hard to drop into.
Yeah, you can kind of drop them from 2 directions. But yeah, I definitely think probably for the third you want to take the corner furthest away from the Terran, because then you're able to just, that pretty thin ramp, you're able to lurker it up.
I think lurkers are very good in this map because in front of the Terran's natural, you have this long, thin, choky high ground area, and if you set up a lurker contain, it can take Terran quite a while to push it back if you just abuse how long that sort of natural choke is, and slowly inch your way backwards.
Mm-hmm. And then obviously, if you're going for some sort of cheese, it's low ground mains.
Absolutely.
Obviously, that helps lurkers. Now, it does make it so that if you take a main, lurkers have to shoot up a ramp. So obviously, you would position them further back, so that they're just sort of. That's why it's not as good as, for example, on Circuit Breaker or Fighting Spirit, where a lurker is above a ramp.
Another thing to consider is against 9 pool, it's quite difficult because if the Zerglings are too far up the ramp where you're holding, you'll be shooting at high ground. Not going for a 9 pool this game though, so we won't see that this time.
Yeah, I think people like to save their cheese for the actual CPL. They don't want people seeing their innovative 9 pools, for example.
Or my proxy 1015 gate, where the second gate's proxied and late by like 20 seconds. And then or my cannon rush behind the minerals of when you're going hatch first. We don't want people to see those strategies until the week of. So we do have an incorrect scout coming out of Medyas. He's getting the top right.
QuaD's going to see him right away with this Overlord as well.
So
we do have pool just coming down. I thought for a second it was pool first, and then I said, "Whoa, no, it's not."
Is it actually possible to go for a wall TVZ here at the natural?
Not a link-proof one, no.
Not a link-proof, yeah.
No.
I would like to maybe see him put his barracks a little bit closer to his depot to get a bit more of sim.
Well, against Zerglings early game, it doesn't really work out usually because a lot of the time it's like, okay, Marines and Zerglings can pass through, but SCVs can't. That's not what you want. So if that's what you're worried about, you sort of build it so that you can put a bunker to block Link surface area, not so much for actually like bunkering Marines around, and also a bunker like in range of everything. So I think this barracks position is okay because he can build a bunker that's sort of in range of the mineral line and the barracks in this position. But obviously he's not worried about that at this moment because he's double scouted and he knows where Zerg is and he's got his CC going up on high ground immediately.
Right. Yeah, it'd be more like I'm thinking.
And
I'm
it
thinking
looks
TVP.
like should have a third hatch coming down right in the main pretty soon. There it is.
All right.
So 1 Rax expand coming out of Medyas. So pretty
Well, setting
standard
up
stuff.
the same way as last game.
And we'll have to see if he can get those lurkers morphed.
Yeah, we will. Well, will he go for Mutas straight up again, or will he go for 3-hatch lurker?
That
Terran
that is
not taking gas? Oh, there it
interesting.
is. Gas a bit late for Terran, but still definitely setting up for the same +1 5-Rex play so far.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing to consider here. Is if he goes same thing, if he goes Muta.
Well,
we don't have a lair start
Don't
yet.
fix it, right? He could just go straight into the exact same build, see how Zerg tries to deal with it. Oh, nice dodge with that STV. Going to sneak it into QuaD's main again. I mean, he's not going to see anything startling. Actually, QuaD stopped mining gas. Is he going for a Ling all-in, I wonder?
Ooh, yeah. Roadkill, I think, is one of the better.
He
ones
hasn't
for link
used
floods.
the gas though.
He has. He's got 144 gas right now. Oh, you mean he hasn't spent it? Yeah,
Yeah, he hasn't spent it. That's what I mean.
Yeah, well,
I was
I'd expect him
expecting
to
a
get
lair
Ling
coming
speed.
out.
I'd expect him to get Ling speed since he stopped mining it. Like, if he's going for a Ling all-in...
Okay,
you get
okay. Ling
he
speed is coming out. Yeah.
Very late, though.
Yeah, and
He's
scouted.
making more Zerglings. If you can pick off this SCV, then it could be very dangerous for Terran. But if Terran can see it, in theory they can prepare.
Yeah, Medyas has seen the lack of gas though.
He has. But was he looking for that? Because, you know, Terrans don't always remember to check that sort of thing. Is he pulling drones to attack, or are these just to mine? Okay, I guess he's just main-outing all of them.
Oh, this SCV is still alive and sees more
It's
Zerglings
going to
coming
see the
across
whole
map.
mast. Yeah, it's going to see the whole story. But these Marines are just out here. If he goes in with all these Lings right now, he could pick up all these Marines, and that'd probably be a GG for Medyas, because he wouldn't have much else to do about this all-in.
We need to see like a bunker coming up.
He keeps sending in Lings like 2 at a time, and it's really not good. Because not only is he alerting the Terran, and Terran's going, oh, maybe I should move these back. Like, he's just throwing units away like that.
Yeah, we need to see like supply depot. Yeah, well, we do have one supply depot blocking off. But here we go.
Oh,
These
too
are a
late.
lot of Zerglings.
He puts the bunker down.
They're
but it's too
slow.
late. Yeah, he started Lings
Oh,
it's
speed.
just finished. What a timing. And these Marines are all going to go down. No way they're going to survive. And he's streaming in even more Zerglings. Look how many he has on the map. It's like he's beating him with one hand behind his back right now. Okay, here they come. Yeah, and I think Terran's just dead. There's nothing he can do about this.
Yeah, way too many Zerglings coming here.
There's the GG. Well, nice. A nice little comeback from QuaD. Medyas had all the info of his SCV, but he didn't act on it, unfortunately, so easily crushing him.
Yeah, that's always a tough one. The Ling all-in, unless you get that bunker up. Even if you do get the bunker up, if they get good surface area on it, like that position of the bunker, if he had a massive Zerglings, they would get good surface area on that. So
I'm gonna bring it back while you guys set up the next one.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. What did he say? Taking a break?
Yeah, I think he. I didn't exactly hear what he said either, but he'd be right back.
Yeah, I mean, Roadkill is super good for aggressive play because it's got that, you know, downward ramp and the opening. I mean, Medyas had that supply depot there, so he had the startings of a choke, but his follow-up was a little bit too late with the additional additional depots.
Yeah, he made, like, I've seen it before where I've done something similar to that, where I thought I put down a bunker or something like that, but I didn't actually start it, and then you end up losing a game because of it. So it could have been something like that, like a little, like a SCV error or something. Because if you have the SCVs, if you set them up with a nice little block and a choke, then that really has a hard time doing anything.
Yeah.
Like if you get those SCVs in front of the Marines and hold position, or, you know, get that bunker up and repair. So it's a tough one, but it looks like Medyas decides to go with Fighting Spirit, which generally I think is considered a pretty good I mean, obviously Fighting Spirit is very balanced, but Terrans like it for TVZ.
Yeah, I mean, it's similar elements to Circuit Breakers in that the far thirds you can get the lurkers up and stop that way, but it's easier for Terran to defend the third. You know, it's on the high ground. They can get a depot wall, and until Darkstorm comes out, it's really hard to push up. So I think the third is easier to defend for Terran as opposed to Circuit Breakers. Circuit Breakers, it's a little bit more favored Zerg, or at least Fighting Spirit, it's a little bit easier to get your third. And other than that, you know, like you said, it's a balanced, pretty good map.
Yeah. It very, like, the most standard stuff. So obviously, with this map being chosen by Medyas, you know, he was setting up for a macro game there, whereas we had, you know, a little bit of cheese coming out from our Zerg. So if he's, you know, feeling comfortable with his macro games, and his bioplay looked very good, like you said, with the drop ships, I think Fighting Spirit is the natural map choice for someone who's just sort of confident in their 5-Rex +1. Because it's a very good map for that.
Definitely.
Alright, I am back.
Awesome. Looks like in the chat, George saying, stopping in. What's going on, man? Cheese strats are the secret sauce. That is absolutely true. Tier 3 to Tier 2 level especially. I just,
Well, hats off to him. He lost the macro game, so he said, alright, not going to be in a long game, let's try the quick and dirty, and it worked.
Yeah.
And so the question is, what are we going to see out of Game 3 after that success with a cheesier strategy, a more aggressive build in Game 2? Does he go for something like we could see something 2-hatch, we could see really early lurkers, could see more Zerglings.
Well,
if he gets sort of this is a 4 pool.
Oh wow, okay.
All our questions are answered.
Well,
right there.
Well,
Listing
yeah,
all these
the
things,
answer has been found.
High-tech, subtle strategies. He's like, no, I'm just gonna 4 pool.
Well, I was thinking he might go aggressive. I was thinking maybe he'd go 2-hatch lurker, but
Well, I think smart map choice by Medyas, because coming from the other angle of him saying, okay, I won the macro game, I lost the cheese. Go Fighting Spirit, the safest map there is. Unfortunately for him, his close positions went at 4 pool, but still, Zerg might go the wrong way. He's scouting with the Overlord though, so he's probably going to know.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Medyas, obviously, with the Fighting Spirit pick, is confident in the macro game. And obviously, Fighting Spirit, Terran's very confident on it in TVZ. But, gosh, yeah, he's going to make the additional drone. We've got a 4 pool coming out here. So I was wrong. I was thinking our friend QuaD would save his cheesy builds for the real thing. He wants everyone to know about it. He wants everyone to be afraid.
He wants this series, man.
I think, I was actually expecting lurker play, especially because Game 1, his muted control wasn't all there, and expecting him to shy away from that into something lurker play. Force Magus to have good marine control.
Well, the way this game is going, one way or another, he's not going to have to do Munimicro.
Yeah.
The training's going to scout where he needs to go, so he's going to know everything that's going on.
I don't like that there's no wall for mages.
Well, you can't do a link-proof wall, though, so same thing as I was saying before.
Oh, yeah, they'd spawn on the bottom, right?
No, you can position the barracks on sort of the bottom right here, and the marine will spawn on the right side, but you can't set up a link-proof wall.
But it's still better, though, right?
You know what? Now I'm thinking about it. No, I don't think you can do a link-proof wall here.
Well,
but the problem is, if you have a non-link-proof wall, like if it's marine and SCV porous, right? Then, marine and link porous, but not SCV, then the SCVs have a harder time getting in the way of the Zerglings. That's not what you want. You're better off just sitting on the ramp for SCVs.
He's about to scout it. Or he now sees where he is. Medyas has no idea this is coming.
This drone can hang around, do a lot too. Yeah.
Yeah, he could
Know.
damage. Yeah, a lot of times what I've seen, obviously at the really high levels, is if a Terran thinks a rush is coming with Zerg, okay, he is sending the SCV out. This is sort of what
He needs to defend his barracks.
Yeah, he can't block the ramp. Ooh.
Alright, so this marine's about to pop out, but the lings are almost there. The SCVs are there to block. Oh, there he is.
Oh no, the marine's on the wrong side. Oh, and it's...
Oh, he's gonna go.
Whoa, okay.
But still a lot of SCVs to chase these links around. We'll see how the
Ooh,
engage goes.
He doesn't. You don't really
Pretty
want
good
to
engage
fight.
for Terran there.
Yeah, you don't
Well,
really want to fight the SCVs like that.
He really needs to
one
start a
Marine's
bunker,
out.
though. That's the problem here.
Yeah, one Marine out.
He needed a bunker for it.
No.
Yeah, he has no money. He has no money for the
Aw.
bunker.
If that marine control
No,
is
he has
good,
150 minerals. What are you talking about? He has plenty.
Oh yeah. No, he does. Yeah, you're right. I was reading the 50.
Zerg's not macroing up behind this though, so all he really has to do is survive. But this is just coming, and these SCVs are doing a fine job fighting. One Marine's out. If you can push this back and buy time for another Marine to come out, he's going to start snowballing.
Okay, yeah.
There's a drone going for it, but he does get taken out.
Yeah, actually, I feel like Zerglings were not being made at home during that, because otherwise they would have been here already.
Yeah, well, they were being made at home. He certainly hasn't made any drones. He just didn't rally them, I think. I'm not sure. But I think Terran might have this as long as he keeps this nice block on the ramp.
Yeah,
even
because
with
you
all
got
these
plenty of
SCVs not mining,
SCVs.
he's still ahead in economy. Yeah, absolutely.
Medyas
Yeah,
lost
absolutely.
several marines. I think he should just hold position the marines and then try to block them with the SCVs. He's gonna be fine here.
Yeah.
Pulling
He's
micro
going to lose
is
a couple
not
of
great.
SCVs.
Does he
Yeah,
use all his
SCVs a bit
SCVs?
painful. Well,
I feel like
not
he
all of
doesn't.
them.
Ooh, I think
More
these.
things are coming though. QuaD's committed. He's not making any drones this game.
Yeah, I think really Medyas should just pull a couple more SCVs, because this really isn't. It's not worth losing the game over just having 2 SCVs
Well,
here.
he doesn't know though. He doesn't know that he's not joining up. He's about to find out with the SCV, but until now he doesn't really know. And yeah, you're right.
Oh,
They
why
could
does he
get in
pull
here.
that SCV? Why does he do that?
He. Oh
Yeah, that
goodness.
was-
I think it just wasn't on hold position. It got attacked and started to run away. So the Marine count almost getting reset here, and Link's still just coming in at the same rate.
Oh, Medyas is banking hard. This is such a bad time to bank. Okay, now he's doing the correct position.
He
Oh,
did have an
this is
SCV
what's
take out a
through.
Zergling in QuaD's main, actually.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you should start like attacking those drones while he's distracted. See if he can pick them off. Because he picks off even
Ooh,
one drone.
Zerglings
it's
got
huge.
into the main and took out the last Marine. Okay, one
Yeah,
more
they
Marine.
did. They did. Finally, he's getting this bunker. I mean, even if QuaD switches into drones now, he could still bring this back. But yeah, I think he's just committing to Zerglings non-stop.
Yeah, and just the production is so
Oh.
slow off one
Yeah.
hatch.
Yeah, I think it's over now. Now he's got this bunker set up.
Yeah,
I
as
don't
soon
think
as he has the
there's much
bunker,
else to do. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
really like
he
where it
can't
is
even
in
get
particular,
Zergling's
but
speed.
I think it's going to be good enough to stop the Zerg.
Yeah, he can't even get Zergling's speed here,
Nice
and he is.
SCV wall. That's very
Yeah.
smart, but he should hold position those. And I don't think
Yeah,
he has.
otherwise they'll move.
No, he hasn't, but that's alright. They do the job anyway. Yeah,
it's
surely Zerg is finished now.
Yeah, because it's not like he's taking a gas. It's not like he can even go into something like a one hatch alert.
He's making a drone now. He's starting to make drones. I don't know
Okay.
if he thinks he killed more SCVs than he did, but I don't see how he can possibly stay in this game. Terran has not been like teching at all. He's been like I guess you'd say like in stasis this whole time.
Zerg.
But no, the Terran has as well.
Oh yeah,
Even
yeah,
though his economy's far superior, he has just been sitting pumping Marines off this one barracks, not like getting gas or anything. So Zerg gets a bit of time before he can do anything, get stim and medics up and such, and come.
Yeah,
destroy
because
them.
it's not like he can push out with pure Marine with no, no stim, no.
Yeah. And Zerg's gonna take the second hatch.
Although really, I feel like it might be silly, but if you just pump up the Marine count, you might be able
Yeah.
to do something silly like
Oh,
a
absolutely. If the
bunker
Zerg's
rush.
just trying to drone up, like, because obviously the Zerg desperately wants to make drones at this point, because they're like, oh god, I've been making Zerglings for how many minutes of the game, and you just get like 10 Marines, yeah, you can just go kill them for sure.
Oh,
But-
wow. Nice control there with Medyas' SCV. He's going to come in and get the
Yeah.
scout. I
Yeah,
don't know
this
if that
scout
was
is going to be huge.
intentional, but he dodged the perfect angle against that tree. I don't know. I think that might have been just with the AI, but that was still sick.
Seeing that hatchery is a huge deal. I mean, he's going to see the main as well, I suppose, but you see that hatchery, you know he didn't just go one base tech really fast, and he sees now there's no layer even started, he can count the
Lose
drones,
the
he knows
SCV
everything.
for nothing. Okay, he's
gonna do
pushing
that
down with
first.
SCVs and Marines.
Yeah, just like you were saying.
Okay, but if
Ooh,
this
nice
isn't
micro.
this isn't good micro out of our Zerg.
Oh, that's
Oh,
not
he
good
did
micro
kill-
on Terran.
Oh.
Yeah, he did kill his own SCV.
That was
Okay, but yeah, just even doing that forces. Okay, well, he's not actually making Zerglings, but the response should be to force Zerglings out of
Yeah, it
that.
looks like he's just going to skewer this natural. He probably could have pushed across the map, you're right. because if Zerg makes more Zerglings, even if they kill all of this, they're just killing their economy even more than it already is.
Yeah, because I mean, we're talking about like a 9 drone Zerg.
Yeah. But this is sort of like the last game. He's being sort of like too defensive and methodical at this point, like just sitting back. I mean, yeah, he's still going to be way ahead, I guess, with this base, but I feel like he could actually just go kill the Zerg. Even if Zerg makes what he needs to stop these Marines, that's sort of killing him in a sense anyway.
We actually still have no gas taken.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
So, okay, just taken now. But even so, if we get this second hatchery up, if he just gets a... You know, we're going to see only Marines with no, medics for quite a time because there's no academy either. We could see him easily just completely drone with maybe a couple Sunkens.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like he's going to start a crit colony right now. Yeah, there you go. So
Lair.
that'll do him until medics are out, really. Yeah, Lair finished. Almost.
Okay.
We'll see if he goes for Hydra or Muta at this stage. I think Lurkers be a better choice because they just work better when your economy's lower.
Okay, here we go. 9 Marines pushing out. This is what I was thinking was going to happen. Now we
but
do have
one sunk
double
with more
sunk.
coming will negate this. Yeah, he's just going to pull back. In fact, that's a really smart move if he threatens and then goes back. Because look, it just makes the Zerg kill a drone and spend some minerals.
Now does he cancel the second sunken? I don't think so.
No, he won't.
But I don't think he'll morph it yet.
Oh, he
Okay,
is.
he'll
He
morph
is.
it, yeah.
Full panic mode. So, actually, yeah, not a bad idea. Just make the Zerg worry. Oh, what a lag
Okay,
again. What's
eBay
going
and
on?
Academy coming up. Top right.
Okay.
So yeah, we actually have the 4 pool into a macro game here.
I can't believe it.
Now,
Still,
not really a
Zerg's at
Maynard of
17
probes.
supply though. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like what's going to happen, Terran's going to get like 2 medics and stim, and then he's just going to go across the map and win. I think.
Yeah,
If he
generally.
keeps pumping these Marines, he's going to have a good bio count to deal with just 2 sunken. I don't know. He's
And
going for
we're-
Spire. That surprises me.
Well, I think the Spire is a pretty good option because he's going to be able to be aggressive with that, and if mages his way across the map with his Marines, he can come in and backstab into the mineral line, whereas he goes with Lurkers, it's really going to be more defensive, and Zerg really desperately needs to get some SCV kills here because he's so far behind in the economy. So I am a fan of the Muta choice here. You know, his Muta roll was not great in game 1, but maybe with the game on the line, he can pull something together here, and he should just try to counterattack whenever the Terran moves out.
Yeah,
Well,
also
my thinking
the
was-
timing of absolutely everything has been thrown completely off in this game. Medyas could be completely surprised by the mutas.
That's a
I'm
good
not
point.
saying, but we do have the comm set,
Terran map
going
packs
down.
on the way.
so we'll have
So
to
late,
see.
though.
He'll probably scan immediately.
Well,
But
my
yeah.
thinking was with the Mutaverse Lurker, that if you have, like 2 Mutas, that doesn't really do anything, Bio will just shred it. But if you have 2 Lurkers, you can actually hold off with that. And since he was on such low eco, I thought he'd be better off trying to get just a couple of Lurkers to stay alive. But Medyas didn't move out before that Sunken was up, and so he had time to stabilize, so I guess you guys are right, it does make sense.
Turret,
scan.
calm down.
Gets the scan right on the Spire, no problem there.
He already had a turret down in the main anyway, so now he's gonna get turrets down at the natural.
That 1 turret is not going to be enough, though. I hope he makes more.
Third hatch is coming down.
Yeah. Getting all the normal stuff now.
Yeah. Like if you look at this game right now, you think, man, he went lair before.
Yeah, you just went
his
2 hatch
third
Muta
hatch.
builds, is what I think right now.
Yeah, he's got a decent drone saturation.
I guess
actually.
the divergence here is how much bio Terran has, because he has basically, I think he has like 20 Marines and 2 medics already, when Zerg has not even got their mutas up. So that's a really scary force to deal with.
Yeah.
Even with mutas coming out, I still think he could actually maybe bust Terran.
Yeah,
Zerg's
and
natural.
one thing I have noticed is the Hydra dens have been very late out of quad.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
like, he really, if he's... Look at his bank. He really should have had a Hydra... Okay, well, he's going to make mutas off that. That's why he has that bank. But
yes.
if he wants to take this third in this bottom left position, he should have the Hydra den up already.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. Although it is good that he's going for that 3rd hatch. Let's praise that he's still, looking to the rest of the game expanding, even though we're in this really weird situation.
And really, it's going to come down to, I think at this point, Medyas Ooh, why? I wonder why he scans the 6 o'clock, or yeah, the 6 o'clock
Because a
there
lot of
instead
times
of the.
Zerg will take that base when they're trying to be sneaky, because you don't
Okay.
think to check there.
Okay.
And even though it has 2 ramps, it still ramps, and you can block it off reasonably easily. I still
Mhm.
feel like Medyas could have actually broken this for a while now with all this bio he has. He's just decided not to move out of his base,
Yeah.
which I think is a mistake. When you go
Yeah,
5
yeah.
racks +1, you really want to establish map control. And even if he's threatening with mutas to attack your base, you should have enough that if the mutas are at your base, you can actually just bust him at the front.
Okay, we have pushing out. I don't think lurker aspect is okay. Just started,
Yeah.
but
Okay,
we
the
do have
mutas
a
are out,
big.
though. Yeah, sorry, I cut you off there.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the mutas are out and heading across the map, but this is a massive bio ball.
Yeah.
And there's so many turrets in the main as well. The reinforcing bio, I think it's gonna be just fine here. There's
I know Turret's really defending his barracks though. If he comes in from the left side of the barracks, there's nothing there.
Oh,
He's flying
bunker.
into a bunker. Ooh.
He's just
Ouch.
losing so many mutas.
Oh, he's
here
gonna lose
for
the
free.
second one? Yeah.
He's gonna lose the muta overlord.
Oh, why is Med just sending in 12 Marines on their own? No medics, no nothing.
Oh.
With full force, definitely still capable of breaking
Ooh,
this.
he's taking out medics.
That was really
Okay.
smart.
He took out 2 medics. That was
Yeah,
pretty
only
nice.
4 medics for all his Marines. Not the best micro there. Ooh, okay, he does get 2, but he lost another Needless for his trouble. And one rallies to its death.
Okay.
Well,
Alright, so we're gonna have to see.
I still look at this and I say Terran should attack.
Yeah, he needs to attack before that fourth sunken comes up. The
And he has
mutas-
+1 ready.
Yeah,
He's got
the mutas
everything.
count
Looks
is
like
so
he's gonna
low.
go for
I think the only thing scary. Okay.
Subpar
Just
execution there.
came
Doesn't
up.
send it all at once.
I
Yeah.
think the thing scary about this though is if there were any Zerglings here.
Ooh.
I
Yeah.
think this still
Oh,
goes
that
down.
was so bad. The focus firing was not there at all. He
Yeah.
basically bruised
Yeah, and I
3
think he
sunkens.
needed to. I think he needed to line up more like further to the south as well, so he came in a
Yeah, like
parallel line, but,
run
trickling in. Yeah.
run down
But you're
straight.
right. He missed his window of that fourth sunken as well. Really hurt him too. So well, now the
Wow.
tables have turned a bit, I suppose. Terran still has a decent amount of bio.
Ooh, if these
But
lurkers
they're
get on
taking
the ramp.
It looks like he's gonna make it this time. We will not have a repeat, but they're not in
Oh,
position. This bio can walk right up past it.
I think they can walk past that.
Oh, this
Yeah,
is gonna
easily.
cost
No-
him
no
again.
problem. Well, is he gonna position up there? Yeah, it looks like he is. He's paying attention. He's going, oh, I need this. And yeah, this though is not going to survive unless he like runs out of scans at a critical moment. I don't see how QuaD can save this. The mutas are still active though, and they could give it a go.
Okay, there should be 4 scans
He
active.
didn't camp on top of the lurkers. He let them get up. He didn't camp on top of them like he should have.
lurkers got up
And the
though.
mutas can clean this up too. Oh my god, I can't believe he's actually managed to hold this. If he just surrounded those lurkers and gunned them down as they hatch, it would have been no problem. But now this bird is actually going to go up.
Yeah, he should morph this into a lair also.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, it's not free though, and he doesn't have that much gas, so I don't know.
That is true. But
Maybe just keep the Mutalisks here is what you see a lot of the time in the late game, since the Mutalisks aren't so good, you just use them to clean up drops.
do we have a starport out? Okay, we do have 2 starports out. Where's the science facility?
Well, I can't believe this. I think Zerg is back on even footing pretty much now.
Yeah, Medyas is really not comfortable attacking in situations like that. He really botched the natural attack.
Yeah, and I still think he definitely could have taken over those lurkers if he just surrounded them.
Yeah, he's more comfortable playing to the mid game and macroing up. He's not
Yeah.
really comfortable attacking with his bio yet. That's gonna be something he's gonna have to practice because
Okay.
you gotta know when you can attack with bio.
He's
Okay,
already
we have
getting out
3
those
lurkers.
vultures.
We have 3 lurkers sitting here right next
Yeah.
to this third base. He really should be mining the gas from that, but
I think those 3 lurkers are smart, if maybe like a bit of an overcommittal, but if Terran swoops in with a drop, you don't want him just taking out the low hatchery.
okay, he sees the queen's nest. Is he gonna see the hive start to morph? He doesn't see the hive start to morph, even though
He's using these mutas to harass the natural now. I mean, if it's fair enough, their value is diminished as soon as vessels come out. But like I was saying, I think it would be a better use if you just defended drops of them. But yeah, you're right, Avanhokie. He needs to drone up this third. Okay, there he goes with the gas, but it'd be nice to have a few more minerals too.
And we do have him supply blocked, actually.
Yeah, he lost an overlord at the natural, unluckily.
A small group of bios sitting outside of the original natural, and a decent
Yeah.
chunk over by
Yeah, he
the.
needs to reinforce that because it could get taken out by a bunch of lurkerling, no problem. He's got a drop heading to the main, it looks like. He's going to fly
Okay.
right across the natural, not trying to be stealthy. Or is he going to the corner? We'll
The
see.
thing though is actually QuaD has lurkers in both of his in the far third, and he's gonna have one up in his main.
Yeah, he is. He's prepared for this more or less.
Okay, yeah, he does.
This is
You could
really
definitely
good. He's
micro
learning
one
from his
lurker
mistakes
if
from
he
game 1.
if he unloads completely though before the lurker hits him and micros around it, he can definitely take it
Okay,
out.
we're gonna.
And that's a great drop spot. Oh my gosh.
Firebat as well. Oh wow, the stack there.
Oh, drone barbecue. Hey, that lurker could take out those firebats though, and then the lings can clean this up. Okay,
Oh, the
he's gonna try and
lurker's
move us
up.
forward. It was a bait. Looks like Terran's actually going to lift up here, and that's actually pretty good because he got quite a good amount of drones, and now he can just leave. All he lost was one firebat. That's a great deal for Terran.
Yeah, no Scourge yet. This is so nice. I mean, there's about maybe 7, 8 drones that went down there. So, good pickup.
Yeah.
But here's this little group of bio. Even these lings are a threat for it because there's so few marines here.
Oh,
Yeah, but he
pulled back at a bad
hesitates.
moment.
Yeah, he
Oh,
hesitated.
he does too. He does too. That makes
he's
a big
done with his
difference.
dropship before the Scourge. Nice target firing there.
1-1 versus nothing is actually a big deal. You're absolutely right.
Okay, we've got Scourge coming out right here.
Or
Let's
will
see.
he try and go back in? Because those Scourge are waiting for it. You're right. Oh, this is risky for Terran. He's going to try and drop behind the natural.
Okay,
but-
I think the dropship at the third base will do nothing because there's already
Ooh,
those
you think?
lurkers there.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. They probably will, but it could take out an overlord. Maybe if he micros it, he can pick off.
Could
something.
take out the gas,
The dropship at the natural gets some marines down, but it does go down.
But it's
Could take out the gas here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still got 5 drones or something.
That's pretty good. He's going to clean it up with that lurker, so he's
Ooh.
hanging on, if taking some damage. But you know, if he keeps third bases up, Zerg doesn't mind that much about losing drones.
Oh
As
my
long as
goodness,
it's not
this
a
marine has
catastrophic
11 kills.
Yeah.
Okay, I
12
take
kills.
it back. Zerg minds losing that many drones. Oh my gosh, I wasn't looking at that guy.
+1 armor marines are really good against lurkers with medics.
Yeah, with that medic as well. He's trying to go in the third here, but the lurker's ready.
hero
I don't think
marine.
he's aware. He's going to try and focus down. Oh no,
Oh,
no, he
that
ran into the range
attack's
of more
not
lurkers.
going well in the third.
Yeah, nice defense. You were right, Avanhokie. He did absolutely nothing really. Terran is
However-
securing his third though.
However, the drop at the natural did so much damage that I don't think the drop at the third
Yeah, for
even
sure,
needed
for
to
sure.
do that much.
Yeah, absolutely. But even so,
Crackling's coming out.
keeping up these 3 bases, I think, is a good deal for Zerg. Yes, Terran's got his third now, and Terran has great upgrades compared to Zerg, but he's hanging on. QuaD's hanging on.
I do think Medyas is making a good decision here, sticking with SK.
Yeah, well, compared to last game, it's definitely going to serve him better. Especially when you're in such an advantage position, SK is probably stronger in that case.
Yeah, Magus' third's coming up as well, and he's mining comfortably there. So, Magus has been spending his money pretty well this game. You know, he had issues game 1 when he switched to mech, because you're not as familiar with that rhythm, but this game he's been doing pretty good.
We should see some Scourge start to try to take out these dropships and vessels. That, like at this third. Well, he's pulled them back now, but they were kind of in forward positions.
Well, you could fly into these Hydras, though, if he's not careful. With these vessels. Oh, is he going to pull back? These Scourge are just sitting here. They could take him out, no problem.
Yeah.
Does have a tank rolling across the map. Oh, here comes the Scourge. No Marines are close by. Well, he gets one
Alright,
vessel.
takes one vessel.
I'd like to see just start a 4th base. Actually, he has an SCV
I'd like to
position,
see a
but-
Defiler or Medyas.
Yeah, absolutely. He has a mound, but no Defiler's out at the moment. But yeah, Medyas has such map control right now. Like taking 2 more bases definitely wouldn't be a miss.
He's got an SCV up in the secondary main, so that's quite a possibility.
I think
Honestly,
he might
he's
have
keeping
forgotten about
Zerg
it.
contained on 3 bases. This is perfect. He doesn't need to push in here because he's done so much with the drops. Just keep harassing and keep your minerals low. He's like almost.
Oh, he's going to
maxed
try and
right
bust the
now.
natural. Oh no, he was just trying to pick off that lurker. I thought he was going to go in there, but that would have been disastrous.
So there is
So
a
many
drop
lurkers
here.
around the
There
map.
is a drop here in the third base, but there actually is a sunken and 2 lurkers.
Yeah, but like you were saying, he can
can't
take out the
deny it.
gas. Will he? Yeah, it looks like he will. That's pretty smart. If Terran ferries all this stuff up here with a couple of science vessels, though, he could break this. But it looks like he's just going to stick with that small group, and lurkers and Hydras will probably take them out.
Ooh, he should burrow this one lurker.
Oh, another science vessel going down. Really having a hard time keeping those alive as Medyas.
Alright, the tank is actually hitting lurkers right now.
It is, but the science vessel needs to go forward and give them detection. That's the problem with this. Well,
Absolutely.
it takes out that gas. Definitely worth that small amount of bio, really. Battle cruisers now operational. Coming out to cause some trouble for Zerg.
Cattle bruisers are here.
I mean, they are pretty cool and they can be
Ooh,
real
a lot
hassle for
of-
Zerg, but when you don't have a vessel count already, I'm not sure I like this, honestly.
A lot of idle SCVs in the main.
Yeah, he just gets his 4th up.
Yeah, like I was saying, I think taking 2 more bases would not be amiss.
Mm-hmm.
Because he just has complete control of the map. Zerg's
Another
finally
drop
pushing back
zone.
his natural though.
He
And there's
really
so
needs
many
to
lurkers
take out
out.
this dropship. The Zerg really needs to take out this dropship.
Oh
that
my god,
keeps
so many
sparing
Scourge going for that one vessel. Okay, he actually only uses 1. That's pretty good. But yeah, I cannot believe how many like lurkers are on the map right now. Though. There's so many. Oh, that bio getting lured into those lurkers. Ouch. No, Zerg's got the father out. That battlecruiser is not quite close enough to pick it off. I feel like Zerg could make something happen if he pushes across the map with these lurkers, gets a swarm in the natural.
Oh goodness, there is so many lurkers here.
Yeah,
I
you
just
see what I
I
mean?
didn't see them at the natural. Yeah.
And look in his main as well. Look in his main as well. He has so many. Alright, well here comes Zerg trying to push forward with these lurkers. There is a nice stim though.
Ooh, there's
Terran's
not
gonna
many
have to pull
lurkers
back.
on top of that ramp at the third.
Yeah, no, there is not. One more irradiate or just the tank shooting to do it. But Terran's getting pushed back on the other side of the map though. If Zerg brings his full forces to bear, he could definitely push Terran back into his natural, and with Dark Swarm, who knows, he could get a lot of stuff done.
Okay, only one
Oh,
lurker and it just went down.
Oh, this is huge.
Ooh, he's losing
Yep.
so many lurkers there. He's gonna lose all of them, I think.
And the battlecruiser taking out quite a few drones as well, the natural. I think it's going to defeat those 3 Hydras, no problem. So a lot of damage for Zerg right now. Going down
Yeah.
on the Zerg, I should say.
And that third base, he's managed to get up this.
Scourge do finish off that battlecruiser at least. And it looks like the lurker push on the other side of the map has petered out as well. Nice irradiates picked up a couple of them. And if this third goes down, Zerg doesn't really have that much left to do, I don't think.
Yeah, and I think it will go down here.
Yeah, no way it survives. Oh, Scourge can get that vessel though. That's quite nice. So there's one lurker to try and kill all of this before he kill the hatchery. Or before he remembers he gets scanned.
Yeah, I think he really just need to get a defiler to this third base and it would have been safe.
Yeah,
But
yeah, he's
never...
had Defiler Tech for a while, and he has one at his natural, but he just opted not to get one at the third.
Yeah, this is pretty much how game 1 could have gone, just minus the
Yeah.
like extra
Max
15 minutes of
Yeah.
insanity.
Oh, those
A lot of bio
drones.
going down at the natural.
Oh yeah, he finally pulled off that Dark Swarm, and you can see how effective it is.
Yeah, he
But
really
it's too late at this point. He's lost his economic lifeline, and this army alone is not going to kill the Terran. So what can he do?
Yeah, and look, we've got a massive a CV mainer to the top left. So
Yeah.
I'm impressed with Medyas' macro here. Just keeping the minerals pretty low.
Yeah, it did much better than game 1.
yeah,
this
his
time.
SK macro is
And his upgrades have been pretty good. He didn't
pure
start
SK, 'cause it's
3-3 for a
10%.
while, but he's up to 2-2 upgrades. They're going really well. He got good timings on those.
yeah, and SK macro is not very easy, but he's done a very good job of it.
Yeah, because you've got to make all these little units that cost only 50 minerals. Whereas with mech, you make one tank, it costs 150 minerals, 100 gas. You've spent quite a lot of money with one button click.
I mean, these cracklings do a good job against the Marines, but pure Zergling.
Yeah. I mean, again, he needs the swarms, right? 2 more battle cruisers coming. Zerg's not going to be able to defend this. Not forever, anyway.
Yeah.
So many hatcheries in his base.
Yeah, he does have some production capability, but he barely has any drones.
Well, yeah, you need money for it. He never really remade the drones at the natural after the battle cruisers picked them off. And look here, they're back for more. He bought his big brother this time.
This is so
Oh,
funny.
those poor drones. There's nothing they can do.
Let's see, he's a fan of light.
Yeah. I'm taking a page out of Light's book.
I mean, everyone's doing it these days.
Or did Light
become so
consult
popular.
maintenance? That's something we gotta think about as well.
Yeah, what if Light's getting his strats from the foreign
Oh, the
scene, from the
Scourge.
foreign CPL scene?
Yeah.
Yeah, must be. This would be the death blow for Zerg.
But there's no scan on this lurker.
He doesn't even need the bio though. He can just fly his battle cruisers in. The bio is just for show. Wow, plus 2 arm is pretty good, isn't it? I'm surprised they're still alive.
Yeah, man, I talk all about armor upgrades on bio. How they're so good.
Yeah.
They're good. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, the lightnings will kill out. But like I said, like last game, it's like he's beating Zerg with one hand behind his back because he's got all this other army just chilling back here.
It's funny. There's
Ooh,
about
look,
20
Scourge
medics
come
and mages just running around.
Well, just in case somebody's medical care. Oh, there was a link drop down there. I didn't see that actually. Taking out quite a few buildings. It's a cute little move, but not what he needed to win this game somehow.
Uh-huh.
Hey, look, the medics are coming in clutch because they can distract the Zerglings for so long.
Yeah, I think QuaD need to take a look out of my Zerg versus Terran strategy. Just get a defiler to the Terran's base.
Yeah, that's pretty much
and then they
condition.
and then they GG.
Yeah, that's right. That's how it works, right?
You cast the Dark Swarm on their supply depots and they GG.
Yeah, it's like a GG button. Yeah.
Doc saying Zerg needs to make good use of Alt F4 menu. Before it's too late. Okay, there we go. I mean,
there we go. That is GG. Congratulations. Yeah, he dragged this one out a lot too. But I mean, it's amazing that he got into such a decent position from a 4-pool, honestly.
I actually enjoyed that getting a macro game out of the 4-pool.
Honestly, he was doing fine for the most part. He just needs to make more use of Dark Swarm, like we just said. That's his main problem, I think, in this game, in Game 1.
And defiler usage is hard. It's very obviously micro intensive.
Yeah.
It's
trying
easier
to
just
consume
to try
those
to.
Zerglings.
It's easier just to sort of get those other units where you say, "Hey, let me just throw Zerglings and lurkers
Yeah,
at
like
him."
he had like 20 lurkers that he could just sort of run in and burrow, and I guess they do alright, but they get picked off eventually.
And if you throw those in with a simple defiler, they're
Yeah,
unkillable.
that's right. Yeah, exactly.